So, either you don't know how to create an OC, or you need some background noise. Either way, I'm just the person for the job. Hi, I'm Jayden, or Etoa, either is fine. I'm a queer multimedia artist that has been doodling since utero, and I created my first OC in the 5th grade. This is Benny. If you've been on my channel before, you may recognize her from the speed paint short I did, or the blue hair animatic I did about a month ago since the time of creating the script. So, in the 5th grade, I don't think I knew what an OC was yet exactly, and if you don't know what OC stands for, it stands for Original Character. I'm pretty sure all I knew back then was,
oh, real artists have their very own characters, so that means if I want to be a real artist, I need a character.
Which I would just like to make very clear, if you make art and you're passionate about it, you're an artist. OCs are just for fun, and they don't make or break an artist. If I could go back and tell my younger self something, it'd probably be, hey, you are an artist. You don't need to create a million characters to prove yourself. You are a child. It's fine to just have fun with it. But, maybe just make one. I'll handle the rest. Okay, so when I was first creating this beautiful specimen, I really was just throwing random elements that I didn't use much. And I thought, maybe I need to try a different art style to find the character. Any artist will probably tell you that the first drawing of their first OC wasn't the prettiest thing in the world, and there probably won't be any proof of its existence. I am one of them. I genuinely don't know what happened to the original, but unfortunately I remember what it looks like, and okay, I'm going to show you this so you aren't ever discouraged or that intimidated from creating your own characters. It's so bad. But guys, look at her now, okay? Look at Benny in all of her glory after. I'm going to give you some pointers as to how to create and develop an OC now without the years of painfully long development and nightmares. Step 1. Vibes and songs. I'm the kind of person that sees characters in songs or random objects, even if they didn't exist a second ago. They do now. Now, Benny has a brother, sister, and ex-girlfriend that is no longer present in this realm. Okay, but serious note, listening to certain playlists and songs, or even inspiration from different movies and TV shows can be very helpful. Even if it is just giving you a baseline to jump from, try to keep in mind that over time, the more you draw them, the more you play around with them, the more they grow and you better understand them. You will get direction, but for some people, it may take a bit longer or shorter. Step 2. Expression and portrayal, or personality. Sometimes if I don't know where to start, I'll create something off of a specific emotion or feeling. Obviously, in Benny's original design, she was happy, to say the least. But here are some other OCs boiled down to their most prominent portrayal. This can also help with art block sometimes if you go off of the baseline emotion or expression or feeling you chose. For instance, Milo is always very tired and easily irritable, so he very prominently has RBF and is drawn as such for the most part. I find that giving an OC a simple thing like this can be a pretty good foundation to build upon. This is Jonah, Milo's boyfriend. He's a giant sweetheart and is a very caring person, all built up from me wanting a sweet OC. I put in my people pleaser trait because why not? This is Jonah's sister Sasha. Her initial look was tired, and after some time I decided that the reason why she's always so tired is because she's an aspiring musician working long hours and doing a lot of the work herself because she's a bit of a workaholic and a perfectionist. You can really do a lot with a simple emotion or feeling with your character. Step 3. Character design. Give your characters interest people. Hobbies, quirks, flaws, habits, things they absolutely love, and things they absolutely hate so much that they want to light on fire and dance around. Okay, I'll confess. I hate character design. For example, Jonah. He never really looks the same when I draw him, and whenever I draw him with his eyes open, he just looks like wrong. I don't know. But aside from him and all that, here's my tips for some simple points in creating the design for your character. What kind of world do they live in? This is actually one of the more important ones, I feel, because this really sets the tone for your character and like kind of the rules that you are giving. Is it the real world, or is it some kind of fantasy world that you've curated in your head? Or is it some world that already exists, like Dune, Arcane, Hunger Games, Spider-Verse, something in one of those realms? Outfits. Outfits really make a character, I feel. And outfits are something I really struggle with, but some things that help me when working through that are these things. What are their hobbies or activities they like to do? And what could they wear while doing these hobbies or activities realistically? Are they in any fandoms, movies, TV shows, books, bands, or clubs? Do they dress to the weather? Do they revolve their closet around a certain color? Do they express themselves through their clothing? Are they able to express themselves through their clothing? Hair. There are no rules, natural or unnatural hair color. Do they have pink, purple, blue, or green hair? Is that enough, or do they style it? Do they have a favorite hairstyle? What about hair accessories? What about accessories in general? Do they wear shoes? Do they enjoy that? You don't have to get super into detail about these things, but as a writer and a person who hyperfixates on my sweet creations, I get very into detail. Are they even human? God, goddess, some other entity, ghost, demon, angel. Side note, your OC does not have to be a human. You can make it anything that your precious little heart desires, which is what makes creating an OC so enjoyable. You kind of just make up your own world with its own rules. Step 4, names. Not get me started on naming characters or even things. I am working on multiple different novels, and one is a high fantasy type book, and I abhor it every time I have to name something or someone. You may expect me to be like,
Now, go look up top 100 unique baby names.
or something, but no. I 100% recommend Fantasy World Generator for names because it really is pure magic, no matter if your world is real or fantastical in some way. I mean, look at this. Absolute magic. To the person who created this, I love you, and thank you so much. You have saved me so many times. You can even get help in structuring certain aspects of your world for your OCs through this website. Seriously, if you're struggling at all, go check it out. I promise you'll get something. Step 5. Connections or relationships. Alright, this one isn't super important, especially if you only have or plan to only ever have one OC. But relationships can be a fun thing to add to your OC's story, like family, friends, romantic relationships. With all these steps together, you may have been able to create an OC. I hope. I think that's all the tips I have on creating your own OC. I do very much hope that this was helpful, at least a little bit for you, and if you guys have any other video requests, please comment them down below. And while you're there, please consider liking and subscribing. I really did have a fun time making this video and hope you enjoyed watching, even if it was just background noise. Please consider following me on Instagram at EtoaIllustrations for more consistent content. Again, thank you so much for sticking around to the end, but I just listened to a song and need to slap it to an OC. Bye!